Hello everyone, this is Anna from Luxembourg. I hope everybody's well. I took this wonderful course by Nik the Booksmith. It was actually on Sunday that I started it, and I made this beautiful. I think it's beautiful, beautiful book. It's a very rustic looking raggedy junk journal, and she named it Raggedy. So this is how I would call it, Rustic Raggedy junk journal. And I sort of thought of creating a Victorian ladies, a certain ladies, not for many ladies, but a certain ladies, because I kind of gave it a little bit more character, more personal character. So this is it. I hope you like it. Anyway, it's very, as I said, it's very rustic, and it looks like it's kind of come out of a cupboard or an attic where it's been sort of slightly tortured. It is. It is a journal that has probably been through a lot, and it's a Commonplace journal. And Commonplace journal is a journal that somebody uses for all sorts of different things, all sorts of different ways. And it's something that she would be carrying around in her home, and writing her lists or her receipts, or saving her receipts from her shopping, and putting down her ideas about different materials she might like to use for something she would be preparing. It's cookery notes. It's just got all sorts of different things in it. And I've added some tabs, but you can one can remove the tabs if they don't want the tabs. But I just thought it would be fun to have some tabs as well, as I kind of sectioned it, but it's not strictly sectioned. So again, if one doesn't like the way it's been sectioned, you can just change it and make it your own way. So it's got gardening in it, it's got cookery, it's got all sorts of different things, personal notes, family, records, and it goes on. So here we are. This is it. Let's have a look at it inside. So this is the start. I mean, this marbled paper is amazing. I just loved it. I downloaded it, bought it from Etsy, Nik the Booksmith shop, and I just love it. I just love the color. It's just amazing. And I'm thinking of making a book that has it on the front, on the cover, because of this beauty. This is just beautiful. So anyway, so this is a pocket. Again, it came with the actual course that I did. We were given some ephemera that we could use. So I used this pocket. I think it goes very well with the rest of the colors, and sort of covers part of the front where one can slip something in. And let's start with her own things here. I would say these are her girls, and this is the start of her book. It comes from a really old book here. And this is a picture of a Victorian lady sitting on her desk with her books and her sewing. She's slightly melancholic, because they were supposed to be melancholic. And this is a pocket. I will attach a pin with a bead. Sorry, I forgot to do that. I always try to do that in my books. This is a cottage. This cottage belonged to Tennyson, Alfred Tennyson, and I just thought it looks lovely coming into this book as a picture, maybe of her own cottage. And this is her calendar of the 1800s. I've left quite a bit of obviously space for writing, because I didn't want to, although the book is really, really, really filled up, I didn't want to fill it any more. There's a little sticker, a Tim Holtz sticker from the pharmacist. This is the other side of that front. This is a little boy. And now we're coming to personal records, perhaps. And I made this little booklet, which is a little ledger. It's an antique ledger. And I created this little book, which is quite cute, I think. And it's got this on the top. So she would be pinning it onto her book and putting in her accounts. And there's a pocket here. These are like a mix of different receipts, let's say, a collage of receipts. And there's an old receipt here. I mean, dates will not be completely matching. This is a receipt from the 1930s. But I believe if the company was established in 1837, it could easily go a little bit further back. A small paper for writing. Again, clear, for journaling, for note-taking, for whatever. And this is the back of the signature. And then there's a new tag here with a lovely little girl here. And yeah, and this, I just thought I like this mix of colors. This is the cookery section, let's say. And I've put some muslin. I love the muslin. I love using it as much as I love the lace. This is a lady of the times with tea, I think. A tray with her tea. And there's a little recipe, very old Victorian recipe of cookies, biscuits, with this SKETTS, biscuits, and some cakes here. Okay, and there's a pocket here. It's quite a big one. And there's the back of that. Now here in this section I've created her gardening section, and there's a pocket here, Edith Holden, a bit later, but matches beautifully. And there are some advertising here for seeds, and I created a little seed packet and a pocket with a moth. And this is another Edith Holden image. I attached some very old, this came from a very old book, and it has some flowers. I thought I would use it here. I'll add a few, like notes that she would be taking for her garden and picking. And these come from very old magazines. So again, she would have cut this and added it onto her list of what she would like to have in her garden. And more paper, and there's a rose and muslin, the other side, and a pocket. And here is, it's a beautiful mix of measuring tapes, and I use this section as a sewing section. So I've got a ragged, as Nik would have said, a raggedy, a part of a ragged piece which can come off. You can take away, put away if you don't like it, you don't want to use it, you don't want to have it, or keep it on. I've sewn on a few different types of materials here, and here's the definition of cameos and a picture for her, and some more muslin. Sorry about that, but I've got a bit of thread. These are some ladies dressed in the fashion of the time, so she would have kept this as a maybe a piece from a cut from a magazine, or a picture that she would like to maybe copy, a dress. And there is the tables, arithmetics, for her own personal records. There's some more here. This section would be, I've got some music paper here and pockets, and this would be her personal literature part of the book where she would be adding poetry or literature or novel pieces from novels or ideas that she would have liked, and she would have liked to keep. So she's got a bit of Shakespeare here, and a poem by Yeats, and another one by Richard Hughes. Those are writers of the time, poets of the time. And this is a beautiful poem by Lord Byron, She Walks in Beauty. I thought that would be lovely to have. This is a transparent part that, you know, one can stick things in. And I mean, at this stage, she would be using this as a personal journal and this part of the book. So this is all kind of blank with a little bit of lace and a little bit of sewing on the side. So she could write her own personal notes, do her own journaling here. And this is a picture of two ladies at a time, and this would be like a little memory that she wanted to save and put it in a pocket. Some paper here, and this section would be again communication, correspondence. These are two postcards from York, Victorian times, that I've included. And there we are. There's more space for writing here. So towards the end, it's kind of left alone. This is a frame that one can use from the top and put a photograph inside. This would be the family records section. That's a section where she would be keeping her family information, her children things, you know, whatever she needed to keep a record of. And this is an image of a family tree. So she would be putting her family here, names of her family. This comes from a much older time. It's called The Laird's Daughter, and it's a watercolor drawing. And I thought it would be lovely just for someone to have here as the record of a relative, a family relative, maybe her mother or maybe her grandmother, or, you know, I don't know the time she would have been around. So I've added this. It comes from a book of Scotland, different characters, and this is another transparent frame that one can use. And this is the back with the Lexington stamp on, and a little bit of music paper here, and Ex Libris. This is the back of the book again. So I don't think I have very much time to talk anymore. Thank you for watching. And I'm running out of minutes. counting the minutes up to 15 minutes. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you really like this book. I love it. It feels really, really soft. It's just lovely. And it is in my Etsy shop. And I will be creating a few more of these because I do love this style. So everybody have a lovely day. It's afternoon here. It's 2:00 in the afternoon in the UK, but you know, some of you are just, you know, having breakfast or wherever you are. So have a lovely day, and we'll speak soon. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.